Motorcycle Maniacs? This is CC Rider, and you are riding along with CC Rider. That was kind of stupid, but hey, I'm freaking cold. And I know most people are going to say, oh my God, it's not even that cold. It's probably in the high 40s. I think it's supposed to get to 50 something today. But us southern boys, man, this is cool, especially on a motorcycle. Hopefully coming up, I am going to try to do a trip to the Indian motorcycle dealer, Fort Worth Indian Motorcycle to be exact, because I really want to put a leg over a 2019 Indian Chieftain, either just the Chieftain or the Chieftain Dark Horse. The Dark Horse I really like, but I definitely want to go out and at least look at them. I don't know when they're going to have a demo day, so I have a feeling they probably don't have them in the winter. So I might have to wait unless they want to let me just take one for a test ride or let me review it. But yeah, that's what I was hoping to do coming up, because some of the guys, man, I watch videos of, and they've really got me interested in this bike. Thank you, Bearded Bobber. Thank you, Blockhead. I've watched, I think both those, yeah, they both did a review on it, ride and review, and I've watched several different ones, but those are the guys I actually subscribe to, and watched that ride and review video probably a few different times from each of them. Still, man, I really like that bike. I mean, I love the bobber, don't get me wrong. I love my bobber. I would have to really love that one to get rid of the bobber to get that, or whatever, but I'd like to have the bagger, just because at first the girlfriend wasn't really super big into the motorcycle thing. She actually didn't even really want me to get another one, so I was like, you know, this bike's going to be fine for me. So that's kind of another reason I was like, I really like the bobber, obviously, that's why I got it, but I wasn't really thinking that she would want to ride very much. She's coming around. The last video I did, we went on a pretty good ride to Fort Worth, and she really had a good time. So I think that she's definitely going to want to ride more. She says she's fine with the bobber and the way it rides, but I'm thinking longer trips, things like that, it's not going to be comfortable for long trips. Like I've told y'all in other videos, I didn't buy this bike to do long trips, but a lot of things have taken place now that have kind of changed where I'm at on trips. First off, if she's interested in riding, which is great, it would be more comfortable, obviously, just for that, even just cruising around wherever. But some of the motovloggers I've been chatting with, you know, Digging the Hound and Dirty D's and a bunch of the guys, they did a meetup, I guess it was Saturday, and that would have been a good ride for me. And I was like, I don't really want to take off on a long journey on this, so that also made me start thinking about it'd be nice to have a bagger for being able to get out and do those kind of rides, because they're already talking about having another meetup, and I'm not sure when and where that will take place, but you know, that would be something I would be interested in trying to attend. I really wanted to go to this one, but I had to work the bike situation, so it just wasn't going to happen this go around. So that's one of the things that got me thinking about having a bike that you can actually get out and do some distance on. So like I said, I want to get out and at least check them out and see if I even like it in person and go from there. Like I said, I still like the Harley Street Glides too, but the new design on that Indian, because I will be perfectly blunt, I was not a fan of the last year's model, and I guess the previous ones, because I think they were pretty much the same, but I was not a fan of I guess the two main things I did not care for was the fairing on the last year model. I didn't like the turn signals that were integrated into the fairing. I didn't like the way that looked, and I didn't like the bags. I didn't like the rounded bags. And this new design, at first the fairing, I looked at it, and the first video I watched on it, I was like, I don't know. And I don't know, the more I've seen it, the more I've really started to like it. I definitely like some of the options that are on that bike, especially like if you're talking about doing long rides and stuff. I mean, the infotainment system on it looks to be awesome. It's got navigation. It's just got a bunch of, cruise control. That's another thing about trips. I've done a pretty good trip on my old Fat Boy, and that sucks with no cruise control, because your wrist gets tired. You can cope with it, you can deal with it, but those are options that are really nice to have on long rides. So like I said, if we start really talking about doing longer rides and things, then there could be a chance that I start looking at baggers more seriously. Like I said, right now I'm just kind of wanting to do it, one, just to go out and experience one and actually ride one. I think somebody's calling me. Either that or my hips vibrating, and that could be too, because I am getting older. It's probably my girlfriend calling. Say, where are you? I am out riding in this cold weather, talking about you and how I'm trying to turn you into a biker babe. So yeah, and like I said, she's happy with the bobber. She likes it. She's like, I'm not uncomfortable on it. So that's cool. I mean, we can definitely do a lot of fun riding around and things like that. I don't have an issue with that. I'm just thinking longer term and longer rides and things of that nature. Because like I said, I'd never even thought that she would. She seems to be getting into it quite well. So that, like I said, that's what's cool. I just kind of figured when I got this bike, I might be able to get her on it. Every blue moon she'd get on it. We go cruise around, go out, grab something to eat, something like that. I was pretty impressed because I've taken her on a few short rides, and then we did the Stockyard ride, and that was a pretty good ride. Especially it was cool that day too. We did quite a bit of highway when it's cold, and on the highway it really sucks. She didn't complain. She had a good time. I had a good time. I think maybe that is going to make her want to ride more, so that's a good thing. So we'll see what happens on all that. I need my female moto vloggers that are subscribed to me to drop some comments down for my woman, because I've actually tried to talk her into doing the motorcycle safety course. Told her that she needs to get her motorcycle license and then we can ride together, but she's more into riding on the back with me, and that's cool too. But I think it's cool that women ride. I think when I see a woman rider, I'm like, that's badass. And I see these women that have made YouTube channels and they're motovlogging. They make great content. It kind of gives a different perspective. So I was like, hey, that would be something cool for her. And then, but I don't know. I don't think she's into it. I thought I had her talked into her a month or so ago, and now she's kind of backed out on that. So I don't know. If any of y'all are watching this and y'all have any comments of support or motivation for her, feel free to drop those in and I will make sure she sees them. As always, I really do appreciate y'all watching. I really appreciate the comments, the likes and the subscribes and the views and all the stuff that goes along with having a YouTube channel. So thank you very much. And as always, ride safe, people. Y'all have a great day, and I will see you on the next video.